Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to go over a code pattern where we're going to create a chatbot for real-time payments. We'll be using Watson Assistant, natural language understanding, and real-time payment services on the IBM Cloud to create a chatbot which will allow us to send money to our contact, get our bank account information, and even see some transactions information. So here, a user will interact with the chatbot through a web application, which uses Watson Assistant, which reads in the user's intents and entities and provides a meaningful dialogue. And this is further enriched by natural language understanding to read in any particular context or entity. Here, it'll be reading the contact name which the user want to send money to. And then this is integrated with the real-time payment service, which can process payments and send money to a contact, and we can retrieve account information and bank information through the service. And then Watson Assistant will again get that data, and then in a meaningful dialogue through the chatbot, inform the user whether the transaction is complete or provide the information which the user requests. So let's take a look at this application and the chatbot. So you'll create this application where again, first you can register a user here, and you can again register more than one, and then create contacts between among each other. So here, I'm going to log in as a user which I've created called James Jones. And the interface it provides looks like a banking portal with our accounts information. So the first thing you would want to do is add a token for the one of these accounts. And here again, I've created a token, and the token would be like your bank phone number or email. And so here again, we have this phone number linked to this savings account. And then similarly, you can create another one and then accept some of the Latin verbiage here. And then you can add recipients. And here I have created one called Carlos Roca, and using Carlos's phone number, which is on the financial transaction manager. And then you can add new recipients using their phone number or email. So now we'll bring up the chatbot, and it'll give us a greeting, and we'll say, hey, send $10 to Carlos. Even though I misspelled the name, it found a contact called Carlos Roca. Is this the contact you want to pay $10 to? We'll say yes. And now it's processing the payment and gives a confirmation that it has been sent and is available for Carlos to use. Great. And can ask, what is my new balance? And it informs us that we have 70. And we can see it was 80 and it's been updated to 70. So the chatbot has processed the payment for us. So now I want to just share the services which made this possible. And here, Watson Assistant is primarily being used to create the dialogue. And when you create the service, you can go into this launch tool, and this will bring up a page like this one. And then you'll have different workspaces. And what the instructions kind of provide in the code pattern is to import the workspace here, which you will do it by clicking that and then choosing the JSON file. Here again, I've imported it, and I'll open one of these. So we can see here, these are the intents which we would like the assistant to read from the user and the entities that we want to read in. And then here it constructs the dialogue for the conversation. And then you can try it out and test as you're we're developing the Watson Assistant dialogue. So send money, whom would you like to pay? We're using natural language understanding, which would read in like specific context. And again, with natural language understanding, I want to mention like it'll read in key context like sentiment, emotion, keywords, entities, categories, concept, and semantic roles. Here we're using natural language understanding primarily to read in entities. And then finally, we want to mention real-time payments. And real-time payments leverages IBM's Financial Transaction Manager, which manages participants, tokens, receivers, and then initiates payments and payments requests. And it's used by world's largest financial institutions to meet their processing payment needs. And then once you deploy the application to IBM Cloud, it will be connected to all three services, and then you can try the application out and have it deployed on the IBM Cloud. So now I just want to mention a little bit about the code that we have. So here the chatbot.js is where it'll be reading in the context which the user posts, and then it'll create a payload with the input from the user and the user which has logged in with their account information and account balance. Then it'll use natural language understanding to look up any specific entity or intent. And based on what the user is trying to do, then it'll call the appropriate real-time payment service, whether it's list payments or look up account or send payment. And then here again, we use the real-time payment services to send the money. And we have our real-time payments service here, which can provide the functions to interact with the real-time payment service. And then you can go through the README to learn more about like the services being used. To deploy to IBM Cloud and deploys the application and creates the services for you. Easy, straightforward way to kind of get started on the IBM Cloud. And then you've got steps to run the application locally, where you could, once you create the services, you'll configure the Watson conversation with the workspace JSON and provide the credentials for your services and then run the application. And finally, once you have the application running, you can deploy to IBM Cloud using the IBM Cloud CLI. So hope you try it and enjoy it. Thanks.